Well, good evening, motherfuckers. Hello. It's Movie Fan 23. Hello. How are we on this fine evening? Anyway, so I'm here to do a movie review on a movie I never got to review because it was off YouTube when this came out. Now, I didn't see this in cinema, but I got it that Christmas 2019. I've seen this movie twice now. That movie is Brightburn, which is directed by David Yarovsky, and it's produced by James Gunn. Now, basically, what the plot of Brightburn is, got this family, a mother, father. Mother's played by Elizabeth Banks, and they're pretty normal, and they've been wanting a baby for a while, and one comes from like this ship, mini spaceship thingy, whatever the fuck, from space. Sounds very familiar, doesn't it? So they take in the child, and they have this thing hidden in a barn, this kind of like demonic shitty fucking thing. And they raise this kid as Brandon. And Brandon is actually a pretty normal kid for the most part. You know, he does boyhood things and fucking has play sports, goes to school, like likes boobies, I guess. I don't know. Fucking has friends, but you know, he's just a regular kid, you know. And they're a pretty happy family. But his behavior starts to get a bit weird, and he starts to act out in his sleep and stuff because of the thing that's in the shed, and he goes near it, which gets the family quite concerned. And this is around like his 13th or 14th birthday, whatever. And essentially, really weird shit starts to happen. Um, People at school bully him and stuff for knowing a lot about bees. Or is it wasps? It was one of the fucking animals anyway. Um, and he accidentally breaks a girl's hand when he squeezes it in a game. So his behavior starts getting weirder and weirder, and they basically want to know what's happening. And he's going to child psychologists. The psychologist is actually his auntie, and things get weirder and weirder. And then things start to get worse when his mother tells him he's adopted, and he doesn't take that lightly. And we find out his backstory. Um, and things just get bad. Things get fucking bad, dude. Um, you know, it gets to a point where he actually stalks the girl that he has a crush on that he broke the arm of. The mother gets annoyed at him and shit. And then he eventually takes care of that bitch by killing her. And then he starts killing people one by one, making his own little costume. And they start to find out that he's a fucking evil bastard. So they have to try and stop him. And other people, he starts going into stalking, you know, his auntie's house. He even goes and attacks his uncle and fucking brutally kills him at one point. Um, and basically, he becomes an evil version of Superman. Uh, this movie, I honestly feel is underrated as shit. I think this movie's fucking great. I think it's a very unique idea because it's like a horror movie and a superhero movie combined. It's the same origin as Superman, pretty much. Um, and I just think that is a unique concept for a horror movie. What if Superman was evil? There's probably comics where Superman is evil and stuff. There's even a bit in Superman 3 where he's evil. But I thought this was done very well. Um, Very well shot. Beautiful fucking movie to look at. Quite suspenseful in parts. Like the scene where the woman's in the diner and you just hear the fucking lights go out and hear the music. And then Brandon comes in, smashes it, and the glass goes into her eye, and then she takes it out and kills her, and then they find her dead and stuff. That was dramatic. I like the build up, you know, of him being a regular kid, and then eventually he kind of gets more twisted as the movie goes on. Um, you know, that scene where the girl's on her laptop and she's like, "What's happening? What's going on?" and stuff, and you know, I was like, "Mommy." there's someone in my room. And she's like, are you okay, sweetie? It's like, no. And then Brandon's like, don't scream and all that stuff. And he basically just being a creep. And she's actually quite nice to him at the beginning. She's like, I like your story about bees, like when he's like, oh, bees know a lot. He's like, does anyone know about bees? And he's just drawing something. He's like, oh, bees know this, that, and the other, and like it shows how much of a smart kid he is. And he gets bullied a lot. And he breaks the girl's hand, and she's like, and it's really fucking graphic. Um, I like the relationship he has between his parents. It's very realistic. I've seen the fucking father in a couple of things before. Um, you know, there's that scene where he goes out, the kind of comedic scene where he's like giving them the talk and shit like that, and he's like, it's okay to to play with it, and you have feelings for these girls. It's okay to play with it. It's like, play with what? Your penis and stuff like that. Like you've that kind of awkward scene. Good talk. Like that's what I like with girls, and I like the relationship. The mother and the father have, and they're about to get down and dirty and shit. Like, ooh, you're looking good today, and I'm like, damn, Elizabeth Banks gonna have sex and stuff like that. And then the opening of the movie, we actually see them about to do it, and then they don't do it. I'm like, god damn it. But I thought Elizabeth Banks done a good job in this. She done a good job of being afraid. She definitely fit the motherly role well. There's that great scene where she goes into the bedroom. Brandon comes out of the shower. Is like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Nothing." And then she's worried about him. There's that great scene where uh, the father gives out, and he's a little bit more impatient with Brandon, and Brandon kind of goes at him and annoys him and shit, and they argue in the kitchen. He's like, "Let go of me," and stuff like that. Um, and just there's actually some genuinely creepy moments, like whenever you just hear him in the sleep going and saying all this demonic language, and he starts fucking trying to open the goddamn shed door, and like, shit, how's he found it and all, and you want to know what the fuck he's on about. Um, you know, I love it sets him up to be this normal kid, and he's not, like they're at the birthday place. It's like, well, Brandon, how you getting on and stuff like that. And the actor that actually plays his uncle played Badger in Breaking Bad, and he was also in El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie. But he was actually in Red State, Cooties, and he actually used to voice a character on this show I watched him as a kid called Kick Buttowski. He's in this movie. There's the great scene where he's talking to them in the bar, and all that, and then Brandon shows up at the woman's house, like, this is inappropriate, this is aunt's house or whatever. He's like, oh, I just want to talk to you, and then it's kind of getting suspenseful, like the lights are going off, and then like he goes, there, and fucking, it's coming in and out, and then he's in the closet, and then the guy comes home. He's like, Brandon, what the fuck are you doing here? Get out of here, you creep. I'm coming home. And he's like, Brandon, open the door. And he drives, flies off. He sees him. He lifts the car up, I think, at one point, lifts him up, and fucking slams him on the ground on the road. Half his fucking jaw comes off, and then he kills him. And then the next day, they're crying and stuff. And he's like, your uncle was killed. And he's like, okay. And he doesn't give two shits. He's like, I was at football. I was at soccer practice. He has all the dirty fucking shit on him, the door or whatever. But it's just a great scene, and the effects for that scene, the gore were great, and it's just really well shot. And I like that element of practical and CGI effects. James Gunn, you can tell he produced this movie. Parts of it actually remind me of another movie he done that he actually directed. He didn't direct this, but he directed a movie called Slither, and it has that James Gunn feel, the dark humor, the darkness. It is a pretty dark movie. Like, there's even a really heartbreaking scene where he brings Brandon out and he's looking for something, and the dad tries to shoot him, and then Brandon just turns around and fucking lasers him and kills him. And and the mother wants to help him and do everything they can, and she hugs him. Is like, come on, mom, it's gonna be okay. And then she's like, I love you so much, and tries to stab him, and then he flies up. Brandon, no, and the movie ends with him killing her. And there's a fucking plane crash. The plane hits. There's a crash. he's eating normally, and the bad guy fucking wins, and then we get the Billie Eilish song, "I'm the bad guy," playing in the credits. I love that, and we get Michael Rooker at the end of it as like a Bill, or no, as like an Alex Jones type of guy. Like, this guy is a psychopath. He's crazy, and I love these drawings that are throughout the movie. So yeah, I really love this movie. It's a very nice looking movie. I love the suspense, the CGI, visually nice to look at. Um, that scene there, if Elizabeth Banks was a good lead, and when she adopts Brandon and stuff, it's like, you lied to me, and then like it was very realistic depiction of like how a kid would find out if he was adopted. I guess I wouldn't know that, but like I'd imagine that's what it'd be like. The actor that played Brandon, he actually was in Avengers Endgame, and I don't know if that's because I'd imagine James Gunn was a producer on Avengers Endgame, but Brightburn, this kid that played, look him up now actually, Brightburn. I think they are making a second one. I could be wrong though. Um, you know, the kid Jackson A. Dunn, um, he actually played young Scott Lang in Avengers Endgame in the Time Machine part. But he done a great job in this. I think the father, I've definitely seen the father in something before. David Denman. What have I seen him in? Let's see. The Office. That's what I fucking seen him in. He plays the dickhead that goes out with Pam, I think. But I feel like I've seen him in something else. God, I actually feel like watching The Office now. Okay, Fair Game. I've heard of that. Oh, he was in the original Jobs. I've seen that movie. I don't remember who he played in it though. Fucking that movie suck. He's in Mad Men. Okay. Fanboy. Oh fuck, he's in Fanboys. I've seen Fanboys. That's a good movie. Power Rangers. Elizabeth Banks was in that. Big Fish. I've seen that. I like Power Rangers as well. But yeah, he done a great job. You believe that they do love each other. Like the two, their chemistry was great. People always search for, and John Krasinski popped up. I was like, he's not in. Yeah, but it's like, okay. Who else? Yeah, I found the auntie character to be really likable, and like I did believe that she was a therapist in that scene where they're talking school, and then they're at the high school and they're worried about, it's like, how is he and all that stuff, and like, how is he? Hopefully he doesn't find it too weird, and I do like the genuine concern. The big T is who Michael Rooker plays. But yeah, I just think this was a unique. What is happening? Why is my mouse doing that? Ugh, sorry. Mouse is being a bollocks. Ugh, you bastard, right? Yeah, I just found this to be a really unique horror movie. I really hope it does get a sequel. I think there was talks about it, but I also love that shot in the rain of Brandon with the red eyes, and that shows up quite a lot as well. And the noises he makes and shit, and it's just, I like the mask and the cape, and it's just unique to have a kid super villain in a way. It's like a super villain origin story, and I don't know if I heard they were making spin-offs to this or like a universe or something, but I could be wrong. But this is a great fucking movie. Um, they really outdone themselves with this. I really love this movie. I think it's underrated. Do I have any issues with it? Trying to think. Some of the green screen near the end, I guess, wasn't great, but like, what do you expect? You know what I mean? Guess some of the CG was fine. There really wasn't many issues with this. I don't think that this movie, like, a lot of people complained about it. I honestly thought it was grand, and like, obviously they had to put from the visionary filmmaker Guardians of the Galaxy because James Gunn directed it. But this is a great movie. I would say that I do prefer most of James Gunn's actual directed movies, like Super. I like Slither a lot. I love the new Suicide Squad. The two Guardians of the Galaxy movies are great as well. Yeah, so I'd give this probably a 10 out of 10. Yeah, honestly, I really don't have any issues. I can't think of any, you know. It's 90 minutes, as well, so it's short and sweet. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's my review about Brightburn. See you guys later. Bye. Why does my computer have to fucking get... What the fuck? End stream.